So there I was in first grade, just sitting there, usual hangout spot with my friends, and all of a sudden, some bitch come along with her friend group trying to take over our spot. Now we've been there for a good couple of months, and they just wanted to take over. Can't believe it, man. Their leader, man, had a long head. It was very long. You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, she got the nickname Stretchy Banana Head because of how long her head was. And she told on us to the supervisors, and we made fun of her some more for snitching on us like a little ding dong. Fuck you, Stretchy Banana Head. I was touched by a guy named Seeley, unconsensually. He locked me in his apartment. No, I'm kidding. Seeley, you just stink. And I made a diss track on you because you are no longer cool. You cut your hair, and now you drool. Bars, man.
I figure it all started when I was a toddler. Fresh walking, fresh talking, fresh thinking. I realized there was no God. And I know what you might be thinking. How would a toddler know if there is or isn't a God? I guess you could call it a gut feeling. Not only did I not feel any divine power watching over me, I also felt lonely in the world. I was severely bullied all through kindergarten. I wasn't just an outcast. It went deeper than that. I was shunned by society at such an early age. That is most likely why I started to resent people. In fact, I was bullied so severely, nobody wanted to talk to me for the first couple months of kindergarten except the teacher. As much as I'd like to complain about this tragic course of events, I can't, seeing as how it shaped me today. Eventually, some of the kids in my kindergarten class realized I wasn't too bad. They started talking to me and hanging out with me, and even wanting to hang out with me outside of kindergarten hours. As much as I'd like to say that made me Mr. Socialite and that made me love everyone, that's far, far, far from the truth. In fact, hanging out with those kids outside of kindergarten hours taught me a valuable life lesson. That lesson, of course, being everybody's life sucks in its own special, unique way. Actually, I had kids in my kindergarten class who were sexually assaulted and physically beaten by their parents damn near daily. I remember this kid in my class, Thomas, came in with a black eye and a broken wrist. Everybody asked how it happened, and he told some stupid lie like riding his bike or running into a doorknob or something stupid. We found out a couple years later his father had been brutally beating him for years at that point. Now, I have no clue what would make you want to beat a child, but whatever it was, it had to have been really bad, or Thomas's dad was just a piece of shit. A little later, Thomas was put into the foster care system. I think about him sometimes wondering where he is today, if he's living with a happy family, or if he's on the streets somewhere, or even if the worst happened and he had passed away. And while I cannot remember his last name, so I can't look him up on anything, I do hope he finds this and he is doing well. If so, hello, Thomas. I truly hope you're doing better. I don't only hope Thomas is doing better, of course. I hope everybody who was going through a rough time in that kindergarten class is doing better right now. And while I know statistically not all of them can be doing better now, in fact, some of them very well might be dead, I hope their families are doing better, unless they don't deserve to be doing better. And by that, of course, I mean people like Thomas's father. People who are insufferable and can't find a healthy way to take out anger, so they take it out on their kids. And while I do believe in spankings, I do not believe a child should be fucking whipped. And while I understand grounding and spanking and even an occasional slap, I do not believe in beating your kids. The only way I can think of beating your kids being somewhat acceptable is if they killed somebody or raped somebody or any other horrible, unforgivable crime. But I digress. What did I learn from kindergarten? Everybody has it bad. You're not the only one who has it bad. We all suffer.